Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Luke Nierman. I'm an immigration attorney here at Joseph and Hall. This afternoon, we're just giving a couple of quick updates on what's happening in the world of immigration. It's June 23rd, 2025. So it's important to know that date because news with immigration changes constantly. So today, we just want to give a quick update on a lot that's been in the news regarding ICE raids at restaurants, hotels, and farms. So there's been a lot of information in the news the past week or so, week and a half. So we just wanted to give a quick update on that. So earlier this month, around June 12th or so, President Trump made a comment on Truth Social, um, saying something kind of vague, that our farmers are being hurt very badly. He said that in remarks later in the day, actually, not in the actual posting itself, but uh, based on some of those comments, the administration directed ICE to pause ICE raids on restaurant workers, hotel workers, farm workers. Um, that lasted for a couple days. So a few days after those comments on June 12th, ICE was pausing raids on those areas, those sectors of employment. That lasted for a few days until later in the week. They reversed course and said, "Nope, we're going full steam ahead on raids. We're not holding back on doing workplace enforcement, doing these raids and arresting, detaining, and starting removal proceedings for restaurant workers, hotel workers, and agricultural workers." So that pause lasted just a few days. Um, Most recently, on June 20th, just a couple days ago, President Trump made some comments that suggested that he's interested in creating some sort of protection for farm workers. So he made these comments. I'm just going to read them here. He says, "You have people that have worked on farms for 20 years. It's very hard to go in there and say, you're coming out, but we're going to let the farmers take responsibility. They're great people. They'll do it. They know the good and the bad." President Trump went on to say, "I never want to hurt our farmers. They keep us happy and healthy and fat." So those are President Trump's comments. Um, you know, uh, Despite the fact that he made those comments, as of now, ICE has said that raids on restaurant and hotel workers, farmers, they're still going forward. So there's no special protections in place for those folks. And so there seems to be a bit of a disconnect here between what President Trump is saying, his messaging to the public, and what ICE is doing in conducting these large scale raids and arresting and detaining all these folks who work in these industries who don't have legal status. So that's the current state of things. As of now, there are no protections, there are no programs, nothing has changed in regards to ability for folks who work in these areas to apply for legal status. I think it's going to be a little bit of a wait and see approach to see if the president proposes any new changes. Congress is going to have to enact some sort of large scale program. So if the president wants to create a program to provide legal status to these folks, he's not going to be able to do it on his own. It's going to take an act of Congress to create some sort of a program that might provide pathway towards legal status for folks in these industries who are currently without status. So we will see. I'm skeptical of whether something like that could happen. But the important thing to know right now is if you or a family member, a loved one, a neighbor, a friend, if you know somebody that works in these industries, the important thing to know is that as of now, they're not protected from potential ICE enforcement action. So if you have any questions on this, if you want to talk about your specific situation or your family situation, if you want to explore whether there's any options or protections available to you, reach out, let us know. We are here to talk through those options with you, to to assess your situation, give us a call. We are happy to help. We're available to do consultations here in our office in Aurora, Colorado, or by phone or by video call as well. Whatever works best for you, we are here and available. So reach out. We'll also be back here next week, same time, 12:30 on Monday, to give another brief update on what's happening in the world of immigration. Have a good week, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.